I think that evangelicalism has a pretty strong divide when it comes to the sacred and the secular. What's emphasized, what's valued, the stories that are told in weekend gatherings often highlight people who are serving inside the church. And it sort of reinforces a mentality that the most important thing is Christian things or explicitly godly things. And this is a false dichotomy because we see from the pastoral scandals that it is, and we see from the hypocrites that Jesus confronts in the New Testament, that it's possible to do sacred things with sinful motives and they're not considered sacred whatsoever. But I also think it's possible to do so-called secular things with holy intent in such a way that that becomes an act of worship. So when you read the New Testament, it ends up being surprising that some of the exhortations are, make it your ambition to lead a quiet life, to work with your hands. This should be our ambition, to have something to contribute to others, to participate in our larger society. So the fundamental issue is not sacred secular, it's between sin and righteousness. So you've probably been in church yourself. I certainly have been in church where you've had sinful thoughts. Maybe it's anger or lust or resentment or whatever it is. And then you can be doing your job and you can just have a sense of joy and wonder and gratitude towards God. So the most important thing is not what's done, it's the intent that we bring to the work that we do that determines whether it's sacred or whether it's secular. And I think that we need to shift our focus of actually helping people see their vocation fit into God's larger economy, and that we need to see our job as helping people work for the glory of God rather than trying to extract them from the world to volunteer in our churches. And I think when we do that, we're going to look way more like the disciples Jesus had in mind. One of the phrases that's really impacted me, that I've spent a lot of time thinking through, is that Jesus builds the church, we're called to seek the kingdom. And we often reverse that. We think we're called to build the church and Jesus will build his kingdom somewhere else. And so when you get a mentality, Jesus, you build your people so that we can go into the world and seek your kingdom, we get a discipleship that's oriented, I think, a lot more clearly around what Jesus had in mind.